Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. My name is Justice, my handle is Sarkantuna. Subscribe now for more videos just like this one, deck techs, and all the event videos. I try and get to them the same day that they come out. In this video here, we are going to spend 33,000 of my hard-earned gold on Ravnica Allegiance packs and then open up those 33 packs plus the 3 packs I saved up for the weekly quest reward, totaling 36 packs. Just as if I were to open a box. Here they go. Oh boy, all this gold. Been saving up for about a month to get this far. Hopefully, we get good stuff. 20 to go. This is both fun and like depressing. Like watching your savings account go away after you make a big purchase. Oh well. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. One more. Okay, there we go. Now it's a Happy New Year. Woohoo. Alright, let me see. We'll open a pack and then we'll see if this camera's in the way. If the camera's in the way, I'll move the camera out of the way. Open 10 at a time? No way, man. It's way too fun to open them 1 at a time. Oh, Fireblade Artist. Okay, I think we're in a good spot. Looking good. A Gear Engineer or Gear Engineer. Might have to look at all. Don't have to look at lockets, know what they do. That's kind of cool. I like Skewer the Critics. I'm not sure that this replaces. Maybe it does. Maybe it does have a nice place instead of like Wizard's Lightning. That way you don't have to have a wizard, but it's still conditional 3 damage. It's 3 for 3 at sorcery speed. I don't love it all that much. An Immolation Shaman. More Viashinos. How whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land that isn't a mana ability. That's useful. I like that for 2, and it's a 1/3, and it's pumpable. It gets +3/+3 in Menace. It's actually really nice. Hang on a second. That's good. And I'm looking at a Mythic Rare wild card in those 3 packs too, so that's good. Combine Guild Mage. Alright, alright. Trollbred Guardian. It adapts. It does not riot. That's okay. Ooh, each creature with a counter, though, gets trample. That's nice. It's a Troll Frog Warrior. It's like the worst kind of frog. Bring to Trial. I like that. Rakdos Trumpeters are cool. It's pumpable. And it's effectively like a 3/3 with Menace, but it's also a nice blocker for aggro. Scorchmark is not as good as Lava Coil. I guess you get 2 of them, and that's at instant speed, so maybe, but I don't see it replacing Lava Coil. And it's only a creature. I just think Lava Coil is a stronger option. I love Gravelhide Goblin. I think that's gonna be awesome for Gruul Goblins. Spear Spewer, another Goblin Warrior, or another Goblin in general. That's gonna be good. Gutter Bones. All right. All right. Diagraph Ghoul, Gutter Bones, Skeletal Warrior. All of those would be mono black aggro on the map. Smelt Ward Ignis. It's kind of cool, except it's I don't like Active Treason. I don't think it's worth it. This is interesting, except it's expensive. But in ramp, like in mono green ramp or green Gruul ramp, even I don't know if that has a place. Aeromunculus. That's a good. This is going to be strong. Homunculus Mutants, Justicar's Portal. I think this might be kind of useful, actually. We'll see what the pros say, what the people smarter than me have to say about that. Forecasting 4/4. When Zigana, the Utopian Speaker, enters the battlefield, if you control another creature with a counter on it, draw a card. Well, specifically a +1/+1 counter. 6 mana to adapt for 4, and each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter has trample again. This looks pretty good for Simic Merfolks, actually. Okay. Alright. Gruul Goblins, again, here we go. You seeing this? I'm seeing it. Gruul Goblins, right here. I like it. Rafter Demon. Maybe for, like, Rakdos Discard. Ill-Gotten Inheritance, not so much. Maybe. I don't see it, though. Sphinx of the Guild Pack, I don't know, hexproof from monocolored. I don't know. It's going to die to all the guild specific removal, but Spawn of Mayhem. There we go, 2 of those. I think you get one for doing one of the events, but I've got 2 now, so that's awesome. For mono black aggro. Yeah, wait a minute, Gutter Bones. We got Diregraph Ghoul. Both those are 1 casting 2/2s. And then you could throw down a Baron, a Pasta Baron, I forget his name. The skeleton, zombie, undead Anthem. Or not, or just rock the demon spawn of Mayhems. He's not legendary. It's cool. I think that would work. Mono black aggro's in business this season. Heck yeah, yeah. Rhythm of the Wild. Creatures you control can't be count. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. How do non-token creatures have riot? Like when you play this enchantment, do they get to riot in the moment right then and there? Or do they have to, when you cast them, would they get riot? Because this makes Gruul Ramp awesome. Terrifically awesome, and I would love it. I like the defenders and high, I forget what it's called. There's an Azorius card out there that lets you assign damage equal to their toughness. So this would effectively be a 4/4. Burning Tree Vandal is cool. Yeah, this, for a common, this is terrific. Crap. Skullgator. Scuttlegator. Mammoth Spider, typical stuff. Judith. The Scourge Diva, that's great. I think this is a great card. I know it's a 2 toughness. People are not loving the 2 toughness, but I don't mind so much. Other creatures get +1/+0, so not a full-on Anthem. But whenever a non-token creature dies, Judith deals 1 damage to any target. That's awesome. And I got another Mythic Wild card, right? I can't check right now. Cavalcade of Calamity. Doesn't have many uses. Another Skewer. Plague White. Exposed to Daylight. It's just to destroy target artifact or enchantment and scry 1. That's not awful. More of a sideboard card. Bankrupt in Blood. It's an additional cost. Sacrifice 2 creatures and draw 3 cards. Pretty good card draw for my mono black deck that I'm now building. Do like Plague White as well. I'll play with this. I mean, it's in the cards. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters. Remove 4 blood counters from the Fawn of Agony and destroy target creature. Why would you do this rather than like murder? But maybe I don't know any better. Enraged Ceratok can't be blocked by creature with power 2 or less. Dispose and deploy. Tap target creature and draw a card. Create 2 1/1 Thopters. You gain 1 life for each creature. You can also life gain there for deploy. Okay, not very special, I guess. Senate Courier. Senate Courier gains vigilance until end of turn. And again, if we've got high alert, I think is what it's called. It would be a 4/4 flying. Actually, Azorius with high alert. That's going to be something. Steeple Creeper gains flying. Exposed to Daylight again. Noxious Grudian. 2/2 with Death Touch. That's alright. Godless Shrine. Okay. Good old Orzhov land. Appreciate that. Orzhov Enforcer. This is probably one of the best uncommons for Orzhov there. It's Afterlife, Death Touch, and it's cheap, so it's like a really scary blocker because it just comes right back to life. I love it. Another Trumpeter, another Skewer, Wild Card, Gateway Sneak. Gateway Sneak is cool for Azorius with, again, high alert. Pretty awesome. Pestilent Spirit, 3 casting, 3/2. Yes. Instant and sorcery spells you control have Death Touch. Rakdos and Cosmotronic Wave deals 1 damage to all. It's a sorcery, deals 1 damage to all of your opponent's creatures and 1 damage to them as well. Death Touch, they're all gone. They take 1 and they all die, and none of my creatures die. So it would be the best. I know it's a 3-card combo or 2-card combo technically, and you've got to do 2 colors, but it's the best removal for their creatures and not yours. Although there's a card, hopefully I get one. Like Savage Smash too. This is gonna go in Gruul Goblins. Collision and Colossus for show. Slimebind, not in love with it. Just a regular Pegasus. Applied Biomancy. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and then return target creature to its owner's hand. And it's at instant speed, so that's Simic. That's not bad. Rare wild card, that's useful. Thank you for the wild cards. Gruul Beastmaster. I did the sealed event, and Beastmaster won me like 4 games. It's my new favorite card right here. Smeltwort Ignis, that's cool. Nothing too new. Arrester's Admonition. With Addendum. I don't love Addendum. I really don't. Mythic Wildcard, thank you. Sphinx of New Prov. And this is just spells that cost the Sphinx, cost 2 more. Otherwise it's a 4/3 with Flying and Vigilance. It's not terrible. For 4. Not terrible. There are better ones. Rumbling Ruin, not great. Act of Treason kinda sucks. Blade Juggler. A 3 casting 3/2 with Spectacle, even that's not very great. Unbreakable Formation for 3. Creatures you control gain indestructible. With the addendum, if you cast the spell during your main phase, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature, and they gain Vigilance. That is actually terrific. Yeah, do this on your main phase so they get that counter and Vigilance, and they would have indestructible, and then you can swing in anyways, and who cares what happens. That's really good, actually. Dovin's Acuity, this is great, because you get, this is the Azorius version of pretty much like a Disinformation Campaign. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life and draw a card. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell during your main phase, you can return it to its owner's hand. Now, they could have said whenever you trigger Addendum, but they didn't. So I like this better than the Dimir version, where you'd have to surveil to make it happen. This is just any instant spell you cast in your main phase triggers it. So I think that's better. So like, here we go. Summary Judgment, you could do. Get it right back. Counter spells will not trigger it though. Got to be in your main phase. Aeromunculus, another one of those. Simic is rocking. Okay, cool. Hero of Precinct 1. What about Precinct 2? Just got another goblin too. Tin Street Dodger. A 1/1 with haste. I like the Firebrand better. The pirate that you sacrifice to deal 1 damage. I like that better. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a 1/1 human creature token. It's not bad. Not bad token creators. There's some combos in there. It's an ogre. Remove a 1/1 counter from this dude. Deals 2 damage to any target. Well, you'd have to put counters on him somehow, but that's not unheard of. Goblin Gathering. 3 for 2 goblins, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Simic Land. Okay. I need all the lands I can get. That works. Dagger Caster. Deals 1 damage to each opponent and 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. This is a splashable Chain Whirler, and it's only an uncommon. So it's like a budget Chain Whirler, and it's splashable. It does the same thing. So it does 1 damage to each opponent and 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Boom. It does not trigger with the Plague Warden, I forget his name, Plague Warden, I just pulled him a few packs ago, which gives all your instant and sorcery spells Death Touch. It wouldn't give Dagger Caster Death Touch. But it's a splashable Chain Whirler. That's cool. Turn 2 permanents from your graveyard to your hand. That seems expensive. Another Mythic Wildcard. That's terrific. Absolutely terrific. Clan Guild Mage. If this was a goblin, I'd be all over it. Although it's not bad. Target land becomes a 4/4 with haste. And if you have the other enchantment out that makes them all riot, your lands are going to be rioting. Gatebreaker Ram. He gets +1/+1 for each gate you control. And if you get 2... Actually, that's solid right there. Sheep. How funny. This is a Gruul. Yeah. Control 2 or more gates. I'll do it. Yes. This is great. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain half of X life, draw half X cards, and round down. So as long as you got 4 mana, you gain 1 life and draw 1 card when you cast it. It's a flying trample, and it enters the battlefield, of course, with X counters on it. So if you got on turn 4, you could have a 2/2 flying trample. It's not terrific, but if you're playing blue and green, you better have some ramp in there too. It's pretty good. Another dispose and deploy. That's cool. Rubble Belt Runner can't be blocked by creature tokens. That's huge. A lot of creature tokens running around. It's a 3 casting 3/3 that hopefully ends up rioting. Savage Smash is good. Need more of those. Syndicate Guildmage. Tap a creature, or it deals 2 damage, straight up 2 damage to an opponent or Planeswalker. That's not bad at all. It's pricey. Sage's Rose Savant. Just scry 2. I don't think Prying Eyes replaces Chemister's Insight. I think Chemister's Insight's the card draw. Oh, whoops. I forgot to click on it. Now I don't know what it was. Swirling Torrent. Cool. I like Frenzied Erranks, actually. It's got Riot and Trample. So I think when you Riot, well, I mean, it depends on when you get it. Like when you pull it on turn 4, I think the Riot effect would be Haste. Kind of depends, though. It's good. I think it's good. I think it's got a place in Gruul. Precognitive Perceptions. Draw 3 cards. If you cast this during your main phase, scry 3, then draw 3 for 5. That's not awful. I don't know if that replaces Chemister's Insight, though. I really don't. Another Rhythm of the Wild. Love that. This is like the same pack, isn't it? No, a little different. Maybe not. This looks very similar. Another Hero of Precinct 1, even. Okay. Alright, getting all the wild cards, too. These are good as gold for me. Another Runner. 10th District Vet. I like that. Humongulous. It's hexproof. That's terrific. Swirling Torrent's pretty cool. Silhana Wayfinder. Enters the battlefield. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal a creature or a land and put it on top of your library. So it's not as good as card draw. It is an elf, so it's got some elf synergy. Otherwise, a 2 casting 2/1. Guardian Project. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, if it doesn't have the same name as a creature in your graveyard, draw a card. That's pretty good for like Singleton. I don't think that's going to see much playtime. Junk Troller. That's like me in life. That's pretty funny. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. That's not bad. That's pretty funny. That's going in a deck. I'm making a Junk Troller deck for sure. Sphinx's Insight is draw 2 cards, and with the addendum effect of gaining 2 life. It's pretty cool. Long-Range Binding. This is like a souped-up version of like Luminous Bonds. It's much better. They can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Much better. Terramander is a 1 casting 1/1 flyer with an adapt of 4, but it costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard, so it could be a 5/5 for 2, effectively. You could, if you've got 7 instant or sorceries, it could adapt for 1. Plaza of Harmony. If you control 2 or more gates, you gain 3 life, and you can add 1 mana of any type a gate could produce. That's not bad. But you have to have those gates in play, so I don't know if I like that as much as just running with the rare lands. Incubation and Incongruity. So look at the top 5 cards. Reveal a creature. Only a creature, and it goes into your hand. So it's sort of like Adventurous Impulse. Then Incongruity is exile a creature, but that creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. Biogenic Upgrade is for 6 mana. You distribute 3 1/1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures. Then you double the number of 1/1 counters on each of those creatures. Titanic Brawl is pretty much a prey upon. Costs 1 less if you own a creature with a +1/+1 counter, and then they fight. You can choose creatures to fight. Get the Point is pretty good for Rakdos removal. Destroy a creature, scry 1. I don't see this replacing Murder even, but I could be wrong. Another Breeding Pool, I'll take it, happily. Those are just wild cards I don't have to spend now on those lands, and you need them all. Oh, Beastmaster. It's another one. It's my 5th one, though. Oh well. Storm Strike. I like this. Gets +1/+0 and First Strike. First Strike is highly underrated. Applied Biomancy, Mammoth Spider, Restora's Admonition, nothing new. Tithe Taker. Yes. Tithe Taker is great. During your turn, spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast, and abilities your opponents activate cost 1 more to activate, unless they're mana abilities. This is the ultimate, you're going to slow down on whatever you're doing, Mr. Aggro or Mr. Control Man. It's great. Tithe Taker is going to be in every mono white deck now. It's going to be Tithe Taker and the other one. Another Homunculus, it's good. I could use all 4 of those. Syndicate Guild Mage, I don't think this will see much playing time. Impassioned Order. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. It's like a more expensive creature version of a Johnny's Welcome. Dispose and deploy. Rubble Belt Recluse, huh? 6/5 that attacks each turn. Lumbering Battlement. It's +2/+2 for each card. When Lumbering Battlement enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-token creatures you control until it leaves the battlefield. Doesn't have flash, so that's not terrific. I don't know about this guy. I'm gonna have to see that in action to see if it's worth it. Another Terramander, that's great. Rally to battle for 4. Creatures you control get +1/+3 until end of turn, and untap them, so play this the moment you declare them as attackers, and then they effectively have vigilance. Another Stormstrike, that's good. Axebane Beast, just 4 casting, 3/4. And a Scorchmark Warrant and Warden. Okay, put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library. That's not really that awesome. And then Warden creates a 4/4 white and blue Sphinx creature token with flying and vigilance, and that costs 5? I don't know. I'll have to play with that. Resolute Watchdog. Target creature you control gains indestructible, so it's sort of like a Dauntless Bodyguard, but you don't have to declare it when he comes into the battlefield. That's a little more useful. Dead Rebels is cool. Bring 2 creatures back to your hand from your graveyard. Knight of Sorrows can block an additional creature each combat. That's pretty cool. Spew, another Goblin. Territorial Boar. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, Territorial Boar gets +1/+1 and gains Vigilance until end of turn. That's pretty good. And then there's the Azorius Knight Arbiter. He can't be blocked. He's a 2/5 with Vigilance. That's pretty good. Pestilent Spirit. 2 of those now. This is going to happen. Definitely going to put together like mono black aggro. And I think it's gonna be quite good as well. Frilled Mystic, that's useful. It's a flash counterspell, any spell, and then you get the creature out. Frenzied Arinx is another one of them. Hammer Spider, Applied Biomancy, Imperious Oligarch with Vigilance and Afterlife of 1. Another Resolute Watchdog. And Cinder Vines, I have not seen this one. For 2. Right, so 1 red, 1 green. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Cinder Vines deals 1 damage to that player. For 1 and tap it, no, just 1. Sacrifice Cinder Vines, I have to tap it, of course. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Then Cinder Vines deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. This is terrific. This goes in. Gruul is going to be strong. Now white can't remove it. This will wipe out the Eldest Reborn. It'll wipe out Conclave Tribunal, Seal Away. This is great. Okay. Gruul is going to make it. Going to make it big. Another Biogenic Upgrade, Uncommon Wildcard. Get to the point. Sagittar's Volley. Destroy target creature with flying. Sagittar's Volley does 1 damage to each creature with flying your opponent's control. Goodbye Healer's Hawks, that's nice. Civic Stalwart enters the battlefield. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. That's not bad. For 4 though, I don't know. It's an Elephant Soldier. Wrecking Beast is a 7 casting 6/6 Riot Trample. I mean, haste or 7/7 Trample. Pretty good. Yes. Game-winning Forerunners right there. Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. When End-Raze Forerunners enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2, Vigilance, and Trample until end of turn. That's game over. That's the kill card in Gruul. I'm very happy with these rule picks so far. And mono black. Mono black, you get honorable mention. Ill-Gotten Inheritance, I don't love it. Noxious Grudian's kind of cool. Sagro Savant, Tempest Veti, yep. Windstorm Drake, that's kind of neat. Other creatures you control the flying get +1/+0. It's just expensive in the 5 mana space, so you need to get some control out there early. Cry of the Carnarium. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn, and then you exile them all. And if they would die this turn, you exile those as well. This is tricky to play if you want to have creatures out there. This would be like in a creatureless black deck. Tithe Taker again. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Clamor Shaman. Whenever Clamor Shaman attacks, target creature an opponent controls can't block. It's not bad. Another Burning Tree Vandal, which I like, because this is situational card draw in the red space. So if you draw into like a mountain on turn 6, you don't need it. You attack, discard your mountain, draw a card, which I like. Tower Defense. Creatures you control get +0/+5 and gain reach until end of turn. Okay. Sorrow Farm Hybrid, Cetra's Volley, Slimebind. And another Guardian Project. Again, not in love with that card. I think I'll get another Mythic Wild card out of the deal. Fireblade Artist. That's pretty cool. Sky Tether. Don't like it. This is a 1 casting enchantment. Enchanted creature has Defender and loses flying. I don't love that. It's not even removal. Noxious Grudian again. Thirsting Shade. A 1 casting 1/1 with lifelink. And it's pumpable, so for 3 it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Kaya's Wrath. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. Destroy all creatures. You gain life equal to the number of creatures you controlled that were destroyed this way. This is just more removal for like Orzhov control, but it works pretty well. It's worked against me so far this weekend, and I'm not very happy about it, but I like it. Another Senate Guildmage. That's pretty cool. Thought Collapse, counter target spell, and then they mill. This mill just got a lot stronger. This is silly, but whatever. There's no reason to have any other counter spells. Just do Thought Collapse. See ya. Applied Biomancy, Rubble Belt, Senate Guildmage, and Dovin, the Grand Arbiter. There we go. Got a Planeswalker. I don't know if I'm into this guy. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a loyalty counter. So in theory, you could ramp up his loyalty counters pretty quickly, and then ramp into that ultimate, which is -7. His -1 creates a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token flying. So him and Karn should get along real well. His -7 is look at the top 10 cards of your library, put 3 of them into your hand. Just like draw 3 cards of your choosing. This is better than draw 3 cards. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's actually pretty good, I think. That's actually really good. So Azorius looks... I think Azorius can be pretty good too. Spire Mangler. It's got flash, it's got flying. When it enters the battlefield, target creature with flying you control gets +2/+0. There's not a lot of flyers in my mono black deck yet. Undercity's Embrace. They sacrifice a creature. This is great for removing those Carnage Tyrants. If it's all they have left, sacrifice it, it's gone. Can't do anything about it. Stormstrike again, Scuttlegator, Oligarch, Rakdos Trumpeter, and a Ministrant of Obligation. A 3 casting Afterlife of 2, and it's a 2/1. That's not bad. You'd probably do that just for the Afterlife. Another... Okay, I'll use it. Fine. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, if it doesn't have the same name, draw a card. That's all you get for 4 mana? You just get card draw? Beastmaster is better. Whatever. I don't know. Dispose and Deploy again. Syndicate Guildmage. That's cool. Sphinx's Insight. That's like my 7th Aeromunculus. Open the Gates. Goes into your hand, not into play, but that's not bad. Spikewill Acrobat. Get the point. Kaya's Wrath again. Good. Need more of those. And we got another Mythic Wild card coming my way. There it goes. Clan Guildmage. I like it. I like it. Alright, I like it. Target land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with haste. It doesn't say untap it, though. Steeple Creeper. Open the Gates. Goblin Gathering. Nothing great. Arrester's Zeal. Gatebreaker Ram. I need more of those. That is going in Gruul for sure. Bedevil. Destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. That covers quite a bit. I like that a lot. For Rakdos burn, removal burn, pew pew. Regenesis. Active trees, no. Okay, so aside from the quench, there's not a lot here. And the wild cards. Lavina, Azorius Renegade. Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater to the number of lands. Yeah, so this is like you would play this, and then creatures that tap for mana or something wouldn't have that much of an effect because they couldn't cast anything that's worth more. Like if they have 3 mana and 2 Llanowar Elves, for example. This is highly situational for a 2/2. I don't know. I don't know if I love it. Good sideboard card for Azorius, though, for sure. There it is. Wilderness Reclamation. This card has made Turbo Fog just stupid. I mean, just these... Okay, alright. This stacks. So if you have 3 of them in play, you get to untap your lands effectively 3 times. Each effect goes on the stack, and then you can time it to where you can cast Nexus of Fate, untap your lands, and then you can cast Chemister's Insight, and untap your lands, and then you can cast another card, and then untap your lands. Or you could do, if you have your Search for Azcanta, and you've got it's flipped over and it's like the Runes of Azcanta, and you can search for cards, you can do that 3 times before your turn ends with Wilderness Reclamation. It is dumb. It has made Turbo Fog dumb. Thanks, Wilderness Reclamation. Smothering Tithe. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If that player doesn't, you create a colorless treasure artifact token. That's kind of neat. And then you could... This would be kind of good for like a red and a white theme deck where you win the game if you have like 20 treasures in play. And otherwise they're going to pay more mana than they need to. And you just control the game down. That's kind of fun. Alright, that looks like it's about it for the pack openings. Yep, good to go. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support I get. Do subscribe, and I will start to make some decks and explain some deck tech with these new cards and how the new set is going to change some of the other decks I've been playing. Like I've started to look at Mono Blue Tempo, and I think with Wilderness Reclamation, there's room for Selesnya Angels. That's going to be a thing too. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.